boy Yoke Man, the GOAT man. Can't spell twin without win. I know it's been a minute, but you know, your boy has some life going on. But today I got a banger for you, man. We got the best takeovers in 2K25. So we're gonna rank them from, I would say S to F, but you know, from bad to the best. We're gonna start off with that. So first, we're gonna start off with my boy down here. Where he at? We're gonna start off with lethal layup. So I've never really seen anybody use this takeover that much. It doesn't really change the game as far as like how effective it is on the court, and you like somebody got lethal layup, you like, oh yeah, they about to give you 50 with, like, you know, lethal layup isn't a very like game-changing takeover. As you can see, it says improves the ability to finish tough layups and floaters in traffic. With the way paint defense is nowadays, like, I get you can time the layups pretty good this year and things like that, but like they nerfed it as far as the shot contest and the paint and things like that. So I feel like lethal layup is, I mean, I've seen people use it, but again, like in a comp pro-am setting, if you're in stage, if you're even playing rec, like it's just one of those things that you just never really see played in 5s, 3s, 2s, even 1. I don't know if people play it at once. I'm not really a once player, but you know, if you were to use lethal layup, I would say use trifecta. So trifecta, you have to have an 85 driving layup, 85 3-pointer, and a 75 mid-range shot. So with those three on top of the lethal layup, hey, that could be a nice little combo. You got your 3-ball, you got your mid-range if you want to hunt the middies, and you got your driving layup, probably 99, 95, whatever you want to, however you're ranking that over there. But me personally, especially me being a big, but if I was to be a driving or small for whatever position I am, I probably wouldn't use lethal layup as my first choice of takeovers. Next, we got poster machine. See, poster machine, I just don't feel like poster machine is a very, it could have been good. It could have been good. So I felt like last year, 2K24, the way the dunk meter was and how overpowered it was, man, like you can dunk on anybody from anywhere. If you know how to use the dunk meter, you were a dog. Like this year, the dunk meter isn't as overpowered. So I feel like the power of poster machine isn't as amplified as it could be. And as the definition says right here, amplifies overall dunking ability and makes skilled dunks easier. So it's pretty much supposed to make the meters bigger, I guess, and easier to time. But again, it's not really a game-changing type of takeover in my opinion. But again, looking through all the takeovers as I was doing these tier lists, you know, going over with my friends and things like that, the two that I would choose if you were to use poster machine, I would say use skilled slasher, which is 85 3-pointer requirement, 90 driving dunk, 75 layup. So that way you get your driving dunk, you get some driving layup, and you get your 3-ball. Like 3-ball is so important this year, so it's always good to have a takeover with 3-ball in it. Like if you can have that, take it every single time. And then I would use kryptonite, which is 80 speed, 85 speed with ball, and 85 driving dunk requirement. These two for poster machine, I feel if they were used correctly, this takeover can be maybe mid-tier good around that area. But as far as like something that you want to have on as a something that's like going to take over the game, I don't see poster machine as something that's like very, very game changing. So I would avoid using this takeover as far as how strong it is compared to the other ones that we're going to hear about later on in the video. But as far as the two that I would choose, those are the two that I would choose. But we have some better ones that we can choose other than poster machine. So poster machine, lethal layup are our two first bad ones that we have right now. Moving on to interior force. Now, I had some good gameplay with this, man, but like just as far as how good it can be, and like, I don't know, as a big man, you're going to stand and dunk regardless of you being under the rim or not. Now, I have a 81 standing dunk, and again, if you're open, you know, it's going to dunk it 99% of the time. Like, you're going to dunk the ball. Especially if you have a high driving or high standing dunk or driving dunk or close shot, like, you don't really need a takeover to really, like, you know what I mean, amplify it, I guess. Now, if it was like a guaranteed dunk every single time with interior force, then yeah. But I feel like if you're inside big and you really want to dominate, there are better takeovers that you can use other than interior force. As you can see, the description is saying increases success rate for dunking and finishing under the basket. If you're inside with 99 close shot or 99 standing dunk, you're going to finish under the basket regardless. You know what I'm saying? So you can use other takeovers to really, you know, change the game once you get it. But if you were to choose some takeovers to, you know, that were the best out of the ones for interior force, I would say use Diesel. So for my insides, use Diesel, 85 close shot, 85 standard dunk, and 85 strength requirement. That strength is super useful. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to use that strength, want to get that extra strength boost, let's say you have a low strength, you have a 90, 85, you know, strength, give it to like a 92, 99 strength. Now you in the paint, get the board, finish strong, back him down, whatever, quick little post, drop step, whatever. Or I would say unit. Personal favorite for me is unit. I like the close shot. I like the offensive rebound. I like the standard dunk all together. I like having the extra rebound just in case you have a lower rebound. Let's say you have a 80 rebound or a 75 for this case, it gets you to a 82. Or if you have an 85 rebound, you get you to a 92. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just help you get that extra little push as far as grabbing that offensive rebound and going back up. So for those two, I think those are the best ones for interior force. Any other ones, there are just better takeovers to choose from. So now we're moving on to the mid, I guess C tier kind of takeovers. Our first one, we're going to have to put a Rim Guardian at our mid tier. So Rim Guardian boosts the ability to defend around the basket and in the post. Now, if you want to go like one-on-one, maybe 2v2, I would say Rim Guardian can probably go to good, maybe even must use, depending on if you want to do one-on-ones. But in a 5v5, 3v3 setting, I don't think Rim Guardian is really needed, especially with the paint defense being where it is. I feel like if you just hold your hands up, get good position, and even jump if you have to, I don't think Rim Guardian is absolutely needed. But again, as far as the like using it against the post, then I guess it can probably be viable. But you also have post move lockdown that you can use as a great badge to counter drop steps, post spins, things like that. So I don't think you really need a takeover badge to help with those kind of things. But if you were to choose to take over for Rim Guardian, then I would say use the Commander. Now the Commander, you need a 75 interior, 75 block, and 80 defensive rebound. These are very low requirements for Rim Guardian. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but Rim Guardian has a lot of options compared to the other takeovers. They have like 6 takeover options that you can choose from. So narrowing it down to the ones that I feel like are the best for Rim Guardian, I would say the Commander, and then I will go on to say defensive presence. Now defensive presence, the fact that they give you the 70 agility, 80 block, and 80 steal requirement is a steal. These are pretty low requirements. Let's say you're a back end or a swing, whatever you guys want to call it. This can boost you. Let's say you have like an 80 agility. So now you're getting +7 to your agility, +7 to your steal and your block. Like you can really make like a lower attributed build knowing you're getting your +7 to all 3 of those categories. So now you have a 92 blank, all 3 of those. You know what I'm saying? So like you don't have to really go high. But if you do have like a 92 steal, 92 block, now you have 99 block, 99 steal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like defensive presence along with the agility to help you slide your feet, you know what I'm saying, playing that P&R or just playing defense one-on-one regularly, I feel like this is a very good takeover that you should use if you're a back end. Unfortunately, you know, taller big 7-footers don't really get the 70 agility. That's you know, we don't really get all that. That's too much for us. But 6'11", 6'10", maybe like I said, your back ends, your power forwards. I feel like defensive presence is probably the best option to go if you want to use Rim Guardian, just to get you that extra agility. But as far as a 5v5 setting, 3v3 setting, I don't think Rim Guardian is very game changing compared to all the rest of the takeovers that we have left on our list. Next in the mid tier, I'm going to go with Spoiler. I actually had higher hopes for Spoiler just based off of the description alone. Higher efficiency in getting on ball and passing still. So reading that, you're like, hold on, I'm pretty much gonna get this and it's a guaranteed steal every single time. That's wrong. This year, the steals, the on-ball steals, and the passing lanes, they were toned down. So maybe in the beginning of the year when, you know, things first came out and the game was kind of broken as far as defense and getting the lanes and everybody intercepting, you know, the passes like they just 99 overalls and, you know, on Madden, like I don't know what was going on. It was crazy. But I think since the nerf, that Spoiler kind of lost its touch, and you know, obviously there is a better defensive takeover left on the board. But if you did want to use Spoiler, my personal, there's not really many options for Spoiler, but if you had to choose one, I say go Gifted Hands. So Gifted Hands takes a 90 steal and an 85 3-pointer. Again, there's a takeover that has a 3-pointer involved with it. I say take it. So then you're probably having 99 steal, 99 3-pointer, or 93 3-pointer, however it's gonna go after you make your build. But I think spoiler, it low-key could be in bad, to be honest. Like you can maybe take out poster, like you can maybe do this. Like you can take out poster machine and pull, if you want to do this as well. I feel like maybe spoiler is probably worse than poster machine. I don't know, I'm looking at it. So let's do this for now. Let's put poster machine at mid, because I feel like poster machine maybe have a little bit more game changing ability as far as how it affects the game, because I don't see spoiler as much as I see poster machine. So originally I had it like this, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel like these two are interchangeable, spoiler and poster machine. So let me know. But right now I'm gonna put poster machine at mid. I'm gonna change my mind on that one on the fly, and I'm gonna keep it as that. But for right now, I'll put spoiler at bad. Now that I think about it, I don't see people really use it that much. I don't think it's one of them badges that's like, oh my god, he got spoiler. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not really a scary takeover. For now, let's just go with spoiler at a bad tier ranking. Sorry. Next in our mid tier, I'm gonna go with, unfortunately, man, I gotta go with Silky Shooter, man. I had so high hopes on this takeover, and this is somebody who shoots a lot of step backs and fades and things like that, even me being at a center. And it may be because I don't get the shifty shooter badge that I'm not seeing the results that I want to see. But again, like me playing hundreds of thousands of games of rec and pro-am and proving grounds combined, like I don't really see people use Silky Shooter. Like it's just not as powerful as I feel like it should be. So it says easier to make perimeter shots off the dribble and boost shots chance off ankle breakers, but I feel like this is more of just the ankle breaker badge. Like people kind of like, I guess, spam snatchback or spam step backs to make this work, but I don't see Silky Shooter really being something that, you know, is that viable. Like I feel like when you if you're midi hunting, if you're really good at fading and things like that, then okay, Silky Shooter might come in handy. But I really feel like this is more of a play style type of takeover. Again, it's not really game changing. Like it's not bad. It's not horrible, but it's not good either. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's right in the like a C minus, C plus at the most area. Now, if you were to choose a Silky Shooter takeover, my personal favorite, I would say go offensive artist. Now, offensive artist, you have to have an 80 mid range, 80 3-pointer, and a 75 pass accuracy. Now, I like this one because you get the 3-pointer and pass accuracy. Pass accuracy is super important. So if you have a build where you have like a 72, 73 pass accuracy, now it's like an 80 plus. You know what I mean? So I feel like offensive artist is just the best way to go. For Silky Shooter, you have like mid-range maestro, which gives you like plus 12, 15, mid-range to 99. Like that's the overkill. I don't feel like any takeover that has only one attribute boost is worth it. I feel like you should go with a takeover that always has at least 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you go with a takeover that has one, you're kind of limiting yourself because there are so many other options to boost yourself in the game overall. But again, Silky Shooter, super underwhelming, if you will. I feel like it could have been better. Maybe it needs a buff, maybe for the step backs and the spin shots, things like that. But as far as the usage and how much it affects the game, I don't really see it being that much of a game changer. So for that reason, I'm putting it in mid. And last for the mid tier, unfortunately, man, and I say unfortunately because this is coming from a person who likes to pass the ball. Oh, brother, sister, and mother, man, we gotta put the Dishmaster disaster, man. We gotta put it in mid tier. We just have to. Passing takeovers, they kind of took a hit, man, because last year before, remember, you used to have ratings boost and badge boost and takeover boost. Like you used to pass the ball back then. Somebody make their shot, they takeover boost to go from 0 to 1,000. Not everybody got takeover. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to make your badges go from silver to gold to Hall of Fame, bronze to, like things like that used to make a very big difference. Dishmaster, man, I don't really see it says significantly boost a teammate's shooting ability with pinpoint passes. Listen, y'all, I have a 99 pass accuracy. This is cap. Like this is cap because I used this takeover plenty of times and I'm still throwing basketballs out of bounds. Like I'm still throwing break passes and it's going out of bounds, or my break runners just catching it, turning around, tippy toes, flipping and dipping and skipping to catch the ball and just to shoot it. Like it's too much. I don't think Dishmaster, I don't think it lives up to his expectations. I feel like the boost was significant that I don't think my shooter should ever miss. Like it should be that powerful. Like when I have Dishmaster, nobody should even want to move because that's how powerful it is. Like especially with me having, like, let's say legend dimer, gold dimer, like even silver dimer. If you have Dishmaster, and somebody gets that ball from you, there's no way they should miss that shot. You're saying it significantly boosts the teammate shooting ability? Nah, I don't think that's very accurate, unfortunately. But I mean, if you want to use it, this is really for my bigs right here. So the best way, and I feel like the only way to go for a big, honestly, out of all the options, you have to go break igniter. So you get the 85 pass accuracy requirement with the 80 defensive or offensive rebound. Again, if your guards, your break runners, your locks, they need them breaks. They want to get them points quick on a fast break. So what a better way to do it than, you know, using break igniter to get that 99, 95, whatever pass accuracy to your guards or your break runners, whoever's on the break, to get it at least as accurate as possible. If you want to use that takeover, if not, you know, break starter on Hall of Fame is good enough, on gold is good enough. You don't really need Dishmaster to help you, because again, like I said, either way, that ball is going to go out of bounds eventually, no matter how high or low your pass accuracy is. Of course, the higher the better, but Dishmaster isn't going to save you from throwing those balls out of bounds. Now, as a guard, if you wanted to use Dishmaster, I don't really see guards use it, but if you are a guard that likes to pass the ball first and really make your team get involved the entire game, I would say use the general. You get your 80 ball handles boost, 85 pass accuracy boost, and you get your 75 speed with ball boosted up. There aren't that many great Dishmaster takeovers, which is another reason why I kind of have it in mid, because I feel like it can be better, but it's better than lethal layup, it's better than interior force, it's better than spoiler, but you don't want to boost it or give it that extra boost to the point where it's too overpowered, where people are hitting very tights and things like that. You know, you don't want that. But at the same time, if I have Dishmaster, there's no reason why I'm throwing the ball and my receivers catching the ball like they I don't even know, like the ball is just in the air. They gotta jump 10 feet in the air to catch the ball. That's bad. Now, kicking off the good ones. These are all the good takeovers. Not all of them. These are the good takeovers for this category. So the rest of these are pretty much the ones that I see people use all of the time. So kicking off our good tier, which is pretty much like a B plus, A minus type of tier, we're gonna go with Vice, stone walls, ball handlers, and the force stops, pickups, and fumbles when bodying them up. Now, as a lock, you can really say it's a must use as a lock if you want to go there. You know what I'm saying? But just based off of, you know what? Another on the fly change. I'm gonna put Vice at must use. Now, this is only for locks though. For locks, it's must use. But as far as the power of it, I'll put it at good. I'm gonna put it at good because I feel like it can be better as far as the stonewall pickups and things like that. But when it is used, I feel like Vice is very good. I've seen people get very good stops and bumps on people who are, let's say, stronger than them, have a higher strength, for those ISO guards and things like that. Vice definitely puts a stop to them, but I feel like Vice could be a little bit better. But overall, I mean, it's just good to take over. Like you cut them off easier. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought spoiler would be a better option and get the ball out of their hands, but this year, like, it's more about getting the stop than getting the turnover, because you're not going to get those easy, let's say, like right stick steals like you did last year. This year is more about just playing good team basketball all around, and I feel like Vice is just the better option as far as just overall just making sure you're getting the ultimate stop, making sure you're stopping the point guard or the shooting guard from getting to that rhythm and frustrating them and things like that. Now, as far as the takeover that I would use personally, I know I play big, but I do have a lockdown that I play with sometimes, and I think that most, if not all locks, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think all locks are using Pest as their takeover choice, which is 85 perimeter defense requirement, 85 steal requirement, and a 75 agility requirement. Again, agility is super important as a lock. You need to have agility to slide them feet. You can't be out here as a lockdown with 75 agility. Like that may be their requirement for Vice, but you need to be having 85, 90 agility at least. You know what I'm saying? These guards is too fast. You got 5'9" guards, 99 speed. Like, I don't got time. Nope. I'm not about to be zigging and zagging and chasing you around like a little bad kid. Like, I'm not doing it. So you want to have that speed, that agility to keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? You want to be out here with that low agility. Think you're about to be sticking these guards. You're not. You're too slow. You're too fat. You know what I'm saying? You may not even be fat, but you're just too slow. You know what I'm saying? So definitely use Pest. Vice is definitely a very good takeover. I definitely recommend it to all locks out there, man. If you're using spoiler, go on switch to Vice. Like, get that stop, get that bump steal. You know what I'm saying? Stop reaching all the time. Stop reaching, stop pressing X, square, whatever, and play some defense. Next, we got one of my personal favorites that I didn't think that I was gonna like at first. Blockade is definitely a good takeover, man. Unleashes effective and powerful screens that can catch unsuspecting defenders off guard. Listen, I don't know if you guys have seen Blockade in action, but man, listen. When one of these guards get hit by that screen, when you got some 99 strength on you, 95 strength, you got brick wall on legend fame, legend fame. You got legend and the fame on it. Even gold. Like when you use a blockade and somebody run into that screen, man, and they hit the ground, that's like the best feeling. And it's like tackling. It's like tackling a guard. Like, bro, come here. You're not about to touch my guard. Like, get off my guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, my job is to set these screens and push you on your butt. And with blockade, either they gonna fall or they gonna have a tough time getting around you. One or the other. It's one of the most annoying takeovers on the game. I feel like maybe on twos, if you play twos, you could probably put it in must use, just like kind of like advice for ones and things like that. But blockade, man, definitely one of the more underrated takeovers, I would say. So I feel like if you were to use this takeover for my bigs, I would say use grit, man. Now grit is one of the higher requirements as far as what you have to get it, because it takes a 90 strength, 85 defensive or offensive rebound. But I'm telling you, man, that strength as a big this year, strength is super important. You know what I'm saying? If you go against one of them big diesel centers and he got 99 strength, you got a 72 strength, you about to be getting thrown around the court the entire game. So I'm telling you, that grit with that strength, you're gonna have 99 strength, 99 rebound, 99 everything. Like that's a dog center right there. On top of setting big body screens, man, your guard is going to love you, bruh. I'm telling you right now. Now blockade, game changer. Other than blockade for my insides, I guess, if you're a popper and you want to use blockade, I would say use fortress, man. Fortress, you don't have the rebounding, but you do got that 3-ball. I'm telling you, if you a popper with a high wingspan, low 3-ball requirement, 85 strength, 75 3-ball requirement, hey, get your 3-ball to an 83. That's easily something that's greenable. 75 is already greenable as it is, but to give it to an 80 plus to get that bigger green window on top of you have a 90 plus strength on that, I'm telling you, fortress, I use it as a popper myself, and I definitely recommend it. You can definitely feel the difference between 75 to 83, or let's say, well, me have an 82, so I go from an 82 to an 89, 90. You know what I'm saying? So I would say fortress is a definitely good takeover for blockade for the poppers. But again, I feel like overall grit is the way to go. If you can get grit, then you need to get grit. Go ahead, get the grit and get gritty out there, man. On to the next good takeover, we got deep post bags. Now this is okay. I want it to be biased. Now 1-on-1, 1v1, this is probably right here for my post maniacs, my drop step demons, my drop step devils. You know what I'm saying? My drop step steppers, man. But as far as 5v5 3v3s go, I think it's a good takeover, man. I feel like post offense isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. Now as far as, let's say, people who L2 and things like that, that has nothing to do with this takeover. But for the pure post scorers, man, who are people who like the hook, fade, post hop shot, spin, drop step, fake shoulder roll, oh man, this takeover, I'm telling you, you think you can shoot post phase with it now? You think you backing out people now? That deep post bag, I don't think that bag is even big enough for how deep your bag can get with this takeover, man. Like, easier to beat defenders with post back downs, moves, fakes, and shots. And this goes back to why I feel like interior force is at bad, because interior force, like, it's cool, but like once you use this and you do a drop step and you throw that defender off your back, bro, you're gonna get a dunk anyway. So if you're inside and you're not using a deep post bag, like let's say 1v1, you're not using deep post bag and using interior force, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, what are you doing? Put on deep post bags and drop step your defender to oblivion. Like, put them on your back, hard pounce, drip, whatever. Get them on your back and dominate, bro. Like, there's no reason why you're not using deep post bags, bro. It's too great of a takeover on the tier list to not use, man. I feel like, especially as a popper, if you know how to use post fades, if you want to fade from deep, you want to fade from the 3-point line, pretty much, deep post backs is what it is. It is what it says it is. Like, you get deep in that post back and you're not gonna be able to be stopped, bro. I'm sorry. Now, as far as which ones to use, if you're more of an inside post scorer, hey, it sounds corny, but hey, barbecue chicken, that's serious. Go ahead, put that on. Uses an 80 close shot requirement, 80 post control, and 80 strength. Now, usually people who have deep post backs going to have higher than all of that. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, you're going to have a 99 strength, 95 close shot, 92 post. Like, this deep post backs with barbecue chicken, hey, with them shack builds, I'm telling you, who gonna stop you? They're gonna have to double team. If you double team, I'm passing it out to the corner, 3-ball, easy money. You know what I'm saying? Like 1v1, you better just hope I miss, and I'm not gonna miss because my green window's gonna be insane, and it's gonna be wide up and dunk, wide up and layup every time. So be more somebody who likes to shoot the ball. My personal favorite is fundamentals. So fundamentals is 85 close shot requirement, 80 post control, 75 mid range. So 75 mid range is at 75. Man, listen, I don't know if you guys know, mid range is tied into your post fade. So if you have a, let's say, 87 mid range or whatever, and now you put that fundamentals on there, and now you have a, what's that, a 94 mid range. I said 94 post fade on top of deep post backs, on top of gold post fade or Hall of Fame post fade phenom, maybe even legend if you're that crazy with it. Who's stopping you from fading? You gonna hit very tights and there's, bro, I'm telling you, and ones, and the people can't stop you with that, man, because they know you don't know what you're gonna do. They don't know what you're gonna do. He gonna fade, he gonna hook, he gonna spin. You can spin off and then go back into the post and then fade off of it. So many different combinations you can use with this badge, man. And people are just, I feel like people are asleep on it. Actually, you don't really see deep post bags in 5 modes because they're more important badges to use, which, as you can see, are the last 5 on the list. But deep post bags, as far as 2v2 1v1, man, listen, game changer. Gotta use it. As we move on to the final, the must use, these are the ones that are like, bruh, these are probably the most annoying takeovers to go against, but also the most delightful to use. So we're gonna start off with the blurriest of the blurs, man. Enhances the ability to drive by defenders, making it easier to get to the rim. This is pretty much the Giannis, the bully, the get off me takeover. Like, this is like blow-bys to extreme. This is smoke behind your feet. Like, as soon as you touch me, you move, bruh. Like, I don't even want your sweat on me. You sliding right. Okay. Anyway, so blur is like, it's literally a blur. Like, you're using your defender as, like, you don't even see him. You just hit him with a little bronze shoulder, like, and one to the basket. He can't do nothing about it, especially if he's too small. Like, you're brushing right past him, and then that's going to cause all the defenders to collapse. And this is especially great for people who are ISO guards. If you're an ISO guard and you're not using blur, you're tripping, bruh. Get some dance moves, learn how to dribble a little bit. If you know how to dribble a little bit, a lot of bit, use blur, bro. Who gonna stop you? And I see blur used all the time in Pro-Am, 5v5 rec, 5v5 proving grounds. I see it in event centers. I see blur all the time. Guards use blur all the time, especially if you're a guard that likes to dunk the ball on people's head. Like, it's pretty much a guaranteed dunk. Blur is like lethal layup and poster machine all in one. Like, it really is, because once you get past them, especially if you have a high dunk already, because it needs a high dunk to get the requirement in the first place more often than not. But there's no way people are gonna stop you. If you have blur and you have a low finishing, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So more often than not, people who have blur are gonna have a high driving dunk on top of that. So blur on top of 94 driving dunk, you're cooked if you're the defender. You know what I'm saying? So I never really used blur before because I'm a big, but if I was to use blur, man, I would say go mixtape. So mixtape, you have the 85 mid-range, 85 ball handle, and 75 speed ball. That's speed ball and that mid-range. So people, let's say they try to crowd the paint, easy little midi fade, 99 ball handle, mess around, and you get the speed ball to get to the basket pretty fast, even faster than already they can stop. You know what I'm saying? So get to that rim a little bit quicker. I'm pretty sure there are better options for blur, but I don't really know which ones are the best as far as the takeover goes. But just looking at the different requirements or whatever as far as the options for blur, I would probably say mixtape is the best. But the fact that blur is the best takeover arguably in the game, for ISO guards, things like that, you can pretty much choose any takeover for blur and pretty much be happy with it because of how strong the actual takeover ability is itself. Next, we're down to our last three, but next I'm going to go see the future, man. Shows where mid shots will land ahead of time. So with the ability, I feel like knowing where the mid shots are going to be ahead of time, that's cool and all. I mean, I don't know, because you can see where the ball goes. Yeah, like the ball pops up on the floor if you don't know. When somebody misses a shot, it shows you where the ball's going to be immediately if the shot's missed. But if it's going to be a hit, you know, if they green it, then you know it won't show anything. But the worm animations you get, man, on top of the jump animations, like that's not what they're telling you. Like, of course, the ability to see where the ball goes, cool, but you get a boost in vertical, you get a boost in the worm ability, you get a boost in box out strength and things like that. Like, these are things that are like the boost within the boost that they don't tell you about, that's in the takeover. You know what I'm saying? Because again, seeing where the shots will land, okay, that's what's up. But on top of that, you're getting like 3 different boosts. You're getting the strength added to it without them telling you you're getting strength. You're getting pretty much an automatic worm, and you're getting a boost to out jump everybody with a takeover. Like, this is very game changing in pro-am. If you see somebody with badge and they're under the rim, they're probably going to get it. You can't do nothing about it but foul, or just hope, you know, your back end or whoever's boxing out, so maybe they get over the back. Like, that's the only way to stop this badge for real, because it's just that powerful. Like, rebounding wins games. If you want to win games and you're big, I'm pretty sure you better put on See the Future, especially as an inside big. Put it on. As far as the best takeover to use for See the Future, I would probably say Horse. Now, there are a lot of options like physicality that you can use to add a little bit more strength, but I feel like vertical plays a huge part in rebounding, of course. So the fact that they already kind of give you a strength, like an under the hood strength boost, if you will, having the takeover as it is, I feel like there's nothing wrong with getting that extra little, you know, the vertical boost. Because let's say you have a 85 vertical and then you go from 85 to 92 and you're a 7-footer, you're a 6'11", that's insane. You go from 78 vertical to an 85 and you're a 7'1", you're a 7-footer, that's crazy. You go from an 83 to a 90 as a 7-footer vertical, who will out jump you? Go get them boards, man. Boards. But I don't know what it is about being a center, bro, but grabbing rebounds is so fun, bro. Like, just miss. You want people to miss it on purpose just to grab the rebound. You don't even want to score. You be under the rim by yourself. Don't even want to score the ball, because the rebounds are just so fun to get. So if you want to have more fun getting the rebounds, bro, I'm telling you, use that horse and horse them opponents. We are down to our last 2 of our must-use takeovers, and you can guess what the second to last one should be. Marksman, man. I love this badge, bro. This is the get out my face, I don't care if you're my face or not, hand in my face, hand down, man down badge. Like, this is what this is. This is I'm shooting this regardless of you be in my face. This is the tight, very tight, moderate, weak. Like, it don't matter what you shoot. This is what it is. Like, Marksman is what it is. If you know what you're doing with this badge, you think you about to miss? I ain't about to miss with Marksman. I mean, maybe sometimes, but I ain't about to miss for real. Like, what? So Marksman enhances standstill perimeter shooting and boosts ability to get open. Now, as far as the second part, I feel like that's more of like a dexing type of animation or boost, I guess, it gives you. So if you know how to dex, if you know how to use slippery off ball, that might be what that means, to give you the extra little boost as far as, you know, catching it off the pass and give you the extra shot boost off of that. But if you're in the corners, if you're a back end, if you're a lock, if you're just a shooting guard, well, I don't know if you use that shooting guard, but if you're standing still and you're not much of a dribbler and you're just waiting for that ball to come to you, if you're a popper, you know what I'm saying, use Marksman. Just use it, especially as a popper, because you being 6'11", 7'1", 7'2", 7'3", you're gonna shoot over people. You're not gonna be able to see those defenders anyway. So why not get the extra boost of them not being able to contest as it is, and then making it even easier for you to shoot over them with Marksman? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Marksman not only helps you, don't have to be standing completely still. Marksman helps with moving shots as well. It may not help with like, let's say like a what's it called, like a Silky shooter. Like you ain't about to be out just fading, but like, you know, slightly moving, like moving off the catch a little bit. It gives you that boost right there too. Like you don't got to be doing step backs and flips and dips, but Marksman definitely helps with you just catching and shooting. Like I've hit plenty of tights, plenty of moderates using Marksman, and I feel like even from a deeper range, like it's not a deep bomber by any means, but Marksman definitely helps you time those standstill jumpers that are pretty, like I guess a step or two out of your range or right out of your comfort zone. It makes it a little bit easier to hit. Now it's not gonna make you hit those all the time, but I've definitely hit some shots with Marksman that I feel like, oh, if I didn't have Marksman on just now, I would have missed that. You know what I mean? So with Marksman, again, I feel like this is more of a popper badge, but if you're in the corner as a lock or as a back end, I would say use this as well. But if you want to use this takeover, I would say use Glass Gunner for my bigs. 75 3-point requirement, 85 offensive or defensive requirement. This is just like, it's like what more can you get? You got the rebounding on both ends. You got a higher 3-ball. Like it's a popper. That's literally what all we need. We just need some 3-ball and get a rebound. That's all we gotta do. That's our job, to shoot and pass the breaks. That's all you need to do. If you're not a big man and you would like to use Marksman, I would say use Make It Rain. Now Make It Rain, you have to have a 80 mid-range shot, 83 pointer and a 70 speed. Now with Make It Rain, the big part about Make It Rain is the fact that you get that 70 speed boost. So let's say you have a 93 pointer, 90 mid range, and you have the 85 speed. So now you have that +7 for the 85 speed. Now you have a 92 speed on top of the 99 3-ball, 99 mid. Like that's crazy with Marksman. And let's say you 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", you shooting over these 6'4", 6'3" locks, 6'5" locks. I'm not about to, what? You think you about to, what? Backhands who 6'10", 6'11"? With those guards guarding you in the corner, you shoot right over those. You can't see them, the little mini-me's. Them little nephews. You can't see them. I'm telling you, man, use that Marksman, man. Shoot over them defenders. Shoot with confidence. That Marksman gonna make you feel like you can't be stopped. I'm telling you right now. Which brings me to, in my opinion, even as a big, because I can't use this takeover, that'd be cheating. But Deep Bomber is the last but not least must use takeover in the game. I know you guys have all seen your guard, your favorite guard, your least favorite guard use Deep Bomber, because this is like extended range, limitless range. What else we got? Hot Wars used to be called Chef. This is volume shoot. I don't even know all types. Whatever extended range, limitless range takeover badge name that they did change 5-6 times. This is that on crack. Like Deep Bomber is literally Deep Bomber. I've seen people step past half court and shoot it green. I know you've seen those clips of people playing 3v3s, 2v2s, whatever. They not even past half court. They shooting it from the other 3-point line on the other side of the court. They get the rebound and shoot it green with Deep Bomber. Like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Deep Bomber is the most cheat code takeover that I've probably seen in a long time. When people have Deep Bomber, bro, I get scared, bro. If you play me in Proving Grounds, bro, and you have Deep Bomber, I'm jumping. You better pass that slip, because I'm jumping every time. I'm not about to watch it. That's, bro. It makes sure these 99 3-ball guards with Deep Bomber, that's like them shooting a free throw. You can time it wrong on purpose and still make it. That's how powerful Deep Bomber is, bro. It extends your shooting ability well beyond the 3-point line. Well beyond, not just a little bit, a couple steps. No, well beyond. This is beyond the hash. Like that's it's ridiculous how, if you know what you're doing, bro, the best shooters in the world are using Deep Bomber, because now as a defender you have to guard them 3-4 steps further outside of the 3-point line. Like who wants to do that? That's so annoying, bro, to have to guard somebody that far out, because if you don't, they will rack up 9-12 points so quick, and now you're out of the game. It's over with. Now as far as the takeover to use for Deep Bomber, I think this is a fan favorite. I'm not sure. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not really that aware as far as takeovers when it comes to guard and lock and things like that. Takeovers, I'm a big, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Satellite is probably the way to go for the best one to use for this takeover. Satellite, you have to have a 93 pointer, which makes sense. Satellite Deep Bomber, gotta have the high 3-pointer. 80 mid range and a 70 speed. Again, back to that speed, man. Speed kills on 2K. The higher your speed is as a guard, as anybody really, you're going to change the game, bro. So with satellite, you have a 99 3-pointer, let's say a 95 speed, sorry, not speed, a 95 mid-range, you have a 90 plus speed. That's scary. So then all the guards gonna do is hide behind the screen, left right, cross tween, cancel, go 2 shot, cancel behind the back, run this way, run that way, shoot green. All I need you to do, if you pair deep bomber up with blockade, bruh. Imagine that the big got this and your guard got this. If I'm a big and I see my guard got this, oh bro, we about to run the pick and roll at half court. because as soon as you die to this is in the air. It's a wrap. You might as well get back on defense because it's going in. You know what I'm saying? So this is the takeover list that I have, man. Let me know if you guys have any other suggestions. So pretty much must use, again, is S tier. Good is like A minus, B plus tier. Mid is the B minus, C plus, high C plus tier. And then bad is just like C minus, D, mess around me, F. I don't think there's any F tiers. I think all the takeovers are useful in their own ways, depending on who uses them, of course. But as far as the must use, I feel like the top 4 are the ones that I see the most, that are most effective, and the ones that change the game the most. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter at Twin Jokic, man. And again, you can't spell twin without win. We out.